Hi LEGO fans, it's finally here! We've reached Monday the 24th of December and that means it's Christmas Eve. Every day since Saturday the 1st of December, I've been opening up every door on every LEGO advent calendar. This year has definitely had some very high points and also some very low points, but overall we've not had a bad crop of gifts. In today's final video we're going to open up every door number 24 on every LEGO advent calendar and take a look at what should be the most festive gift of the year. We'll be awarding points and announcing which of the LEGO advent calendars is calendar of the year 2018. But that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. We also have some special awards. I'll be naming my top 3 gifts from LEGO Friends, LEGO City and LEGO Star Wars, and also the worst gift from each of those calendars. Once we have the contenders from all 3 calendars, we'll be naming the best gift of the year and the most terrible stinky gift of the year. And to round it off, we'll be naming minifigure of the year. I'll give you a clue, it's not going to be LEGO Friends. We have a lot of festive goodness to get through today, but before we go ahead and start opening up the final doors, let's take a quick recap on yesterday's gifts and how the advent calendars currently stand in the league table. As you'd expect on the 23rd of December, the quality of yesterday's gifts was pretty good. LEGO City gave us this micro-scale build of a helicopter. It was a nice little thing, but was up against some stiff competition. This was a last chance saloon for LEGO City, and it was unfortunate they only managed to get 2 points. LEGO Star Wars tried to wow us with a minifigure. We got General Merrick, the Blue Squadron leader from Rogue One. It was a super nice minifigure, but when it comes to Star Wars, I was really looking for an A-lister. General Merrick earned the LEGO Star Wars advent calendar 3 points. And that left us with a rather controversial winner. Reading the comments, it's clear a lot of you guys didn't agree with me on this one, and you came up with some very good points. Speaking of points, this festive Christmas tree decoration earned the LEGO Friends advent calendar 5 points. That means at the end of day 23, LEGO City can't possibly win with a score of 69 points. LEGO Friends are still in contention in second place with 78 points, and out in the lead with a 5-point delta is the LEGO Star Wars advent calendar. They have 83 points. In just a few moments we'll know which of these LEGO advent calendars is advent calendar of the year 2018. But before we can announce that, we need to open up door number 24. Are you guys as excited as I am? Let's do this! The first door we're opening today on Christmas Eve is the final door of the LEGO Friends advent calendar. With a 130% increase in parts over last year, this has been a much better calendar. We've still had 1 or 2 gifts which weren't very good, but I can't fault LEGO on the number of parts in this calendar. Overall, in terms of value for money, it's been pretty good. Yesterday's gift was a festive favourite. We got a Christmas tree, which of course we can hang on our own Christmas tree. But without further ado, let's open up the last door and see what special treat we've got behind door number 24. And we have a very festive car type thing or train. That isn't what I really expect behind door number 24 of an advent calendar, but anywho, let's go ahead and get that built and we'll take a look at that in a moment or two. Next we have the LEGO Star Wars advent calendar, and you know what? I'm already pretty sure I know what's behind door number 24. So let's go ahead and reveal the snowman in all his glory. That is very cool with the fighter pilot helmet. And finally, for the last door on the last LEGO advent calendar, today we're opening door number 24 on the LEGO City advent calendar. I think I know what this will be. The 24th door is always pretty predictable, and we're missing 1 key minifigure from this calendar. So let's go ahead, open up this door and reveal Father Christmas! Woo! So here they are, the gifts we've all been waiting for. Every gift number 24 from every LEGO advent calendar. From the LEGO Friends advent calendar, we've got a funky looking train. Despite being notoriously non-festive, the LEGO Star Wars advent calendar yielded, and we got this rather festive looking snowman complete with fighter pilot helmet. And finally, from the LEGO City advent calendar, it doesn't get any more festive than Father Christmas himself. It's festive, it's a minifigure, what's not to like? These 3 gifts are the only things standing in the way of us awarding calendar of the year 2018. To do that, we're going to distribute 10 points between the 3 gifts, and then we'll add the scores up with the previous 23 days. Hopefully those points will add up to 240, otherwise we're going to have a problem on our hands. But before we get down to some serious point scoring, let's take a look at all of our Christmas Eve gifts. For our final gift from the LEGO Friends advent calendar, we have this festive little train. This doesn't appear to be a Christmas tree decoration, and I don't think it's one of the gifts that represents the 5 LEGO Friends. Maybe I'm wrong. If that is the case, this is a bit of an odd choice for day number 24. It's also a bit of an odd looking train, to be honest. It does have rolling wheels, which is always a nice feature. These are thin discs capped with a gold metallic element. At the front of the train we've got a grey buffer, although to be honest this is rather high up on the body. It would appear to be a steam engine, and to create the steam we've got one of these Lego ice cream elements. There's a little driver's cab up on the top, and with the purple and pink elements, there's no doubt this is a Lego Friends themed build. At the back we've got some festive mail and another one of those nice printed elements. Using a train to deliver this amount of mail does seem to be overkill. The little carriage at the back is coupled to the train, and you can undo this. I can see where Lego Friends were going with this, but I don't think it's a particularly well executed build. But I really wouldn't want to hang this from my Christmas tree, and I think the other calendars probably deserve the points. We'll come back to those points in just a moment. The Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar is ending strong this year. We've got a very cute snowman. As builds go, this is very simple. In fact, we've only got 7 elements here. But it really has that cute factor, and most importantly for Christmas Eve, it's really festive. As you've probably figured out by now, festive is important some days and not others. Nobody said I was going to be judging these calendars consistently. The snowman sits on a quarter circle round plate and has a simple dome for the base of its body. Keeping it simple up top, we've got a 1x1 for the torso and a pair of branches for the arms. This is a very traditional way of constructing a snowman, and I think it looks very effective here. But clearly the features that stand out on this build are the face and the helmet. We have a minifigure head in white with a really cool print. I don't recall seeing this before, so hopefully this is an exclusive to the 2018 Star Wars calendar. This looks great with a carrot nose, pieces of coal for the mouth, and it looks like larger pieces of coal for the eyes. Those really pop with that blue detailing. The helmet is also a super cool print, and I'm not sure if it's an exclusive to this set, or whether this is a real helmet worn by other minifigures. It looks pretty typical of what you might expect an X-Wing fighter to wear, and I really like the Rebel Alliance logos on there. Printing continues onto the side of the helmet, it's really crisp, and this is just a super nice thing. I really hate the fact that LEGO prints the gifts on the outside of the box, so this isn't really a surprise. But I do think this is a nice gift for Christmas Eve, and it rounds off a reasonably good year for the LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar. But will it be enough to make them Calendar of the Year? We'll find out very soon. Before we do, we've got a really nice Christmas Eve gift from the LEGO City Advent Calendar. I'm going to have to say really nice things about this guy, otherwise he might not bring me Assembly Square for Christmas. Santa, if you're watching, you're awesome. Santa comes bearing gifts, and we've got this really nice sack element. We get exactly the same thing with the Brickhead's Mr. and Mrs. Claus set. I released that review yesterday, and if you've not checked it out, I'm going to put a link to it at the end of the video. We've seen Father Christmas minifigures before, but this is a really nice example. He's dressed in his traditional red and white outfit, and he's got non-printed legs on here. We just have standard red legs, but then we have a really nicely printed torso piece. As you can see already, we've got a metallic element there. We've got some metallic printing there for the belt and for the buttons on the suit, and some really nice fur around the bottom of the outfit here. This is just so cool. Around the back, we've got more of this fur, and you can see tucked in his belt here we've got a candy cane, a peppermint stick for old Saint Nick, and then we've got a facial print there. We can just see his eyes peeking through. Now we do have a really nice beard element. We actually get a spare of those in the set, but we need to kind of turn his head around so we can get a look at that expression. It is only one expression, we don't have another one on the back, and boy oh boy, that's a very cheesy smile. Actually, without the beard on, he looks a little bit too happy, but yeah, I suppose that's a nice thing. We won't usually see the smile because it's going to be covered up by the beard. Now let me just try and put this all back together. And there we go, by the magic of video editing. Now he does look really cool, and I like this hat piece. I've got a feeling this is a piece we've seen before. Maybe did we get one of these on BB-8 last year? I don't remember, but it's a nice thing. We've got, I think this is actually dual molded. We've got red. In fact, no, it's not dual molded at all. This is white plastic, and then I think that's painted red rather than having white and red plastic. But it is a nice thing, and overall Father Christmas looks very splendid. We've waited a long time and opened up many doors to get to this finale. So what do you think of this year's Christmas Eve gifts? On this most festive of occasions, it falls to me to award points to these gifts. It's a thankless task, but somebody has to do it. We need to decide which of these gifts is the Christmas Eve gift of the day, and then we'll know which of our calendars is Calendar of the Year 2018. There are going to be tiers and cheers, but it's going to go like this. With 500 elements, the go big or go home strategy didn't really pay out for LEGO Friends. As a final gift of the year, I'm really not impressed. I was hoping that LEGO Friends was going to give Star Wars a run for its money, but they failed right at the last moment, and this festive train just can't save them. For gifting us this abomination on Christmas Eve of all days, I'm going to award the LEGO Friends calendar -5 points. LEGO City played it really safe this year. They were always going to get a generous number of points for a really nice Father Christmas minifigure, and LEGO Friends' loss is LEGO City's gain. Today for the Father Christmas minifigure, I award the LEGO City Advent Calendar 5 points. That means gift of the day on Christmas Eve goes to the LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar. It's not really a minifigure and the element count is very low. But the snowman is great fun, there's some really good printing, and above all it's original. It's both festive and Star Wars themed, which is why the LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar gets 10 points today. That means in the scoring for Advent Calendar of the Year there's been a real upset. It will come as no surprise to learn that the LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar is Calendar of the Year with 93 points. In second place with 74 points is the LEGO City Advent Calendar. Bet you didn't see that one coming. And despite a massive element count of 500, the LEGO Friends Advent Calendar just didn't have the consistency this year. They finish up third place with 73 points. But did you agree with today's scoring? Was the LEGO Friends train truly bad enough to cost the LEGO Friends Advent Calendar second place? Did I do the right thing awarding the LEGO City Advent Calendar 5 points for Father Christmas? Or were you ho-ho hoping for more? Or did the LEGO Star Wars Snowman deserve a frostier reception? As always, feel free to share your thoughts about these gifts in the comment section below. But don't leave just yet, we have some more titles to award. The Herbert family sat down with a mince pie and a glass of sherry to agonise over this year's gifts. We picked the top 3 best gifts from each calendar, the worst gift from each calendar, and we also awarded the title of Gift of the Year and Minifigure of the Year. Here are our top 3 picks from the LEGO Friends Advent Calendar. Although we got more than our fair share of tat, there were actually some really good gifts this year. In third place we have this festive piano from day 14. In second place, a popular choice was these festive bells. These came from door number 3. But our LEGO Friends Gift of the Year was this Nutcracker fireplace from day number 4. Moving on to the LEGO City Advent Calendar, these 3 gifts were our standouts for the year. In third place was the Santa Claus minifigure, which we opened up today. In second place was this festive baker complete with a tray of cookies. And that means our gift for the year from the LEGO City Advent Calendar is this little robot. He was very popular in the comments, and also very popular with the Herbert family. The LEGO Star Wars calendar prompted some heated debate, but eventually we narrowed it down to these 3 gifts. In third place is one of my personal favourites, the Rose minifigure from day number 2. In second place we have the Christmas Eve gift of the day, the Snowman. And our 2018 gift of the year from the LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar was the Speeder Bike. That leaves us with 3 contenders for the overall gift of the year. Here's how it's going down. Although we crowned LEGO Star Wars Calendar of the Year, it doesn't take home the prize for best gift. The Speeder Bike is very good, but it's only good enough to earn third position. The LEGO City Robot comes in with second place. And that means despite missing out on Calendar of the Year, the LEGO Friends Advent Calendar wins Gift of the Year. As a Christmas tree decoration, this is a really nice thing, and we thought it was a worthy winner. After crowning the best gift of the year, we have to crown the worst gift of the year. We selected these gifts as our least favourite from each of the Advent calendars. In third place for worst gift of the year is this rather uninspiring grey blob. This is the Imperial Troop Transport we got behind door number 13 on the LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar. In second place is this hideous monstrosity from the LEGO City Advent Calendar. It was some kind of lamppost candy cane clock type thing. It really didn't know what it wanted to be, and that's why it's in this lineup. But there can be only one worst gift, and the dubious pleasure of that award goes to the LEGO Friends. On day number 12 they gave us this hideous trophy. I believe this is one of the gifts to represent the 5 LEGO Friends, and that being the case, this is probably going to be for the sporty one, Stephanie. LEGO Friends design team, this was hideous. What were you thinking? And our final award for 2018 is Minifigure of the Year. For the purposes of judging, droids are not minifigures, and neither are snowmen. To be a minifigure you had to have a head, a body and some legs. LEGO Friends ruled themselves out of this competition by not providing any mini dolls, otherwise they would have been perfectly acceptable. In third place we have Santa Claus from day number 24 of the LEGO City Advent Calendar. Santa, don't forget Assembly Square please. In second place is Rose Tico from door number 2 on the LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar, and that means Minifigure of the Year goes to the LEGO City Advent Calendar. We really like this guy and we think the sweater he's wearing is awesome. So my friends, that brings us to the end of day 24 of my LEGO Advent Calendar door opening spectacular. I'm going to miss opening up these doors, I'm going to miss our daily chats, but I'm not going to miss 2 hours a day in front of the computer editing these videos. But as we reach the end of this little saga, remember, just like a puppy, a YouTuber is for life and not just for Christmas. So if you've enjoyed my door opening videos and you haven't subscribed yet, potentially you're going to miss out on a lot of great content in 2019, and 2018 for that matter. I usually release at least 2 LEGO review videos every single week, and there's more than 250 videos already on my channel. So don't despair, more great content is coming your way. I really hope you enjoyed the LEGO Advent Calendar door opening spectacular. As always, feel free to share your thoughts on today's gifts or any of the gifts in the comment section below. Thanks a million for joining me for this epic journey of Advent Calendar goodness. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas, and we'll see you all again real soon.